Chicago in 1871 was a city ready to burn. Remember, we're looking for ways that it's ready to burn. The city boasted having 59,500 buildings, many of them, such as the courthouse and the Tribune building, large and ornately decorated. The trouble was that about 2/3 of all these structures were made entirely of wood. Many of the remaining buildings, even the ones proclaimed to be fireproof, looked solid, but were actually jerry-built affairs. The stone or brick exteriors hid wood frames and floors, all topped with highly flammable tar or shingle roofs. It was also a common practice to disguise wood as another kind of building material. The fancy exterior decorations on just about every building were carved from wood, then painted to look like stone or marble. Most churches had steeples that appeared to be solid from the street, but a closer inspection would reveal a wooden framework covered with cleverly painted copper or tin. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to think for yourself if some of you are trying to catch up. Okay, now you can share with your partner what you underlined. Try to get everything. All right, Stevie and James, give me one thing you guys got. Okay, highly flammable tar. We have wooden frames, I would say, and floors, topped with highly flammable tar. Okay, what else, Malik?
They had 59,500 buildings, and they were made entirely of wood. But it said entirely of wood, kind of down. Well,
Okay, so let's take a look at the phrasing there. Are these buildings are all of them made of wood?
no, 2/3. 2/3.
Okay, let's make sure we underline that. But that's still a giant amount we could prove. Okay, it's a giant amount. Okay, Javon?
They were actually a jerry-built affairs. The stone or brick interior have hidden wooden frames and floor.
Okay, so maybe if we say the exteriors hid the wooden frames, so they might have looked like they weren't. Okay, Samira?
It says the perfect interior floor reveal a wooden framework covered with clever painting or
Okay, where, help me. Oh, here we go. Okay. Wooden framework covered with cleverly painted copper tins. We have a bunch of stuff. Gary, is there anything else we're missing?
Many of the buildings were large and ornately decorated.
Okay. How does that show that they'd be ready to burn?
Because most of the ornaments were flammable.
Okay. Where did you get that from? What's another word for something that's ornately decorated? Can you find me another phrase that would mean the same, but from this paragraph that would mean the same as ornately decorated?
Jerry-built?
No, remember jerry-built, we talked about that? That's poorly or quickly built, especially to save money. But there is another set of words in this. Actually, I want everyone to talk to their partner. See if you guys can find the other set of words there that means the same thing. Okay, who thinks they got it? Who thinks they got it? Page 20.
This guy.
No. Well, remember something that's ornate. What does the word ornately mean? Because we have that. They've given it to us. It's what?
Decorative.
Decorative. What's something else that might mean the same thing as decorative? Decorative. I see another word. I'm looking for a word or a phrase that's in this. Here. Sade? Yes, fancy exterior. So we know that it's decorated. Something had fancy exterior. So this is why. Okay, we have fancy exterior decorations, and we know that that's where Gary brought in the conversation about them being ornately decorated. What were those fancy decorations made out of, Gary?
Were carved from wood. They
Yes.
painted to look like stone.
Yes. Okay, so those are all things that are ready. Okay, let's move on to the next paragraph. Sullivan knew the O'Learys had several animals in the barn. Which of them was he able to rescue from the fire and which were lost? Tell your partner right now. Work together.
The cow that he untied, at first, when he first walked in, they were scared to leave, so those, I think they were the ones that stayed in. And then, a cow, another cow, and a horse, I think they got out, and I think the cow and Sullivan escaped.
He untied the ropes of the cows, but what word, let's look just at that sentence. What word or phrase in this sentence, I know it's small now, so I didn't move in, tells us that they definitely died? How did you know that they definitely died? Sade. So, we know they did not move. They didn't tell us right out that they died. Some of the 5 cows did die. Who was saved? How do you know the calf was saved? What line? What word or phrase, because it comes from this paragraph here, what word or phrase gets you to believe that the calf actually was able to be saved? When you have it, point to it on your paper and look at me. Don't raise your hand, just look at me. I'll know you got it. If you got it, you point in, you're looking at me. Point and look, point and look. Don't put your hands up. Got almost everybody's eyes. Almost everyone. Shania? No? We have to know for sure. What point do we know for sure that the calf was saved? What point do we know for sure? We're looking for a line that shows that we know for sure. Janae?
Together, man and calf managed to find the door and safely both frightened and both fed.
Aha. So, what actual word tells you for sure that they were saved? What word? Safety. Okay, safety tells us. Okay, let's look at the next question.